Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Golden Idol scene. Diorama, here we go. Hello, welcome back to Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. So Hasbro's new line is the Indiana Jones Adventure series, and it started off with this very cool indie figure from Raiders of the Lost Ark with a really cool little idol accessory. But of course we need the prop. Now they have recently announced that they're going to release a deluxe version that contains the idol kind of podium, but I couldn't wait and I didn't think it looked all that great. Not good enough anyway to rebuy the figure that already comes with the idol and a very cool looking Indiana Jones from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Now let's just have a look at this idol. It's really cool, it's really detailed, and it looks just like the little prop that you've got in the film, and the figure is pretty much spot on, so I'm not 100% sure what the new one could offer. So I decided to build my own podium, and this is it. This is the finished article, this is the finished item, and it was just built out of foam and painted, and I've got some model makers moss I think it's called, but it's a really simple build. Now if you've looked at any of my other videos about diorama builds, you'll see the kind of foam that I use, but I'll do a very quick tutorial on how I built it. So I cut the foam into various different circular pieces and created a base. I then used some Mod Podge, or you could use PVA glue, to basically just kind of stick it all together. I then got some grout and just covered the whole thing in grout to give it kind of a stone feel. I also cut out some steps as well. There it is, all covered and kind of tacky. I wasn't careful with this because it's a stone at the end of the day, and I wanted it to look kind of rustic and, you know, like a tomb. I then spray painted it black with a base paint. I then got a grey tester pot and I just kind of dry brushed it over and gave it a grey base. I then got a lighter grey and just highlighted some of the areas as well. And then I got a pen and I really simply just really roughly drew the symbols in. I didn't want them to be too neat. Then I got the moss and I just glued that on using Mod Podge in really random places. I tried to kind of mimic some of the imagery from Raiders of the Lost Ark a little bit, and then I just got a like a brown wash and just kind of really loosely daubed this on all over the place just to give it that kind of tomb feel, so that it looks kind of neglected. And here it is, here's the final thing, and I'm really pleased with the final look. It actually turned out a lot better than I thought. If I get the little idol, he sits nicely there on that bit. As you can remember, the scene is of course where Indy swaps the bag of sand with the idol, and then it goes down inside the podium, and then that sets off the boulder and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I was really pleased with it, and I think the thing that I like over the one that Hasbro's producing is that it doesn't look plastic, because the moss is like kind of from model railways and stuff. It's from that kind of model making kind of kit, so it looks really realistic. There's a little bit more detail. It's very stone like because I used the grout, and of course it's got a nice big base part, whereas the one from Hasbro is very solid and circular and just kind of a piece. Now it's cool, I mean it's good, and I know a lot of people are going to pick that up and be really pleased with it, and it does come with the bag of sand, so hey ho, that's something I suppose. But I'm really pleased with the finished article and how this one looks, and as you can see from my video, it was really easy to put together. Now I didn't want to go over old ground. There are videos on my channel that are a lot more detailed on how I make kind of stone thrones and diorama pieces and stuff, so you can go and check out those to see a little bit more detail on how to use the foam. But overall I'm really pleased with how this turned out, and I think it looks really cool, scales really nice with Indy, and it's going to look great on display. Now here is one of the photos I took. So I used a couple of bricks, just household bricks, to create the kind of tomb behind him, and just played around with the lights. But that is my Indiana Jones Adventure Series Raiders of the Lost Ark diorama piece. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things, and I'll see you soon.